Again, this is an update on my CB setup. I've made many improvements since the last video. Okay, to start, since the last video I did not have an SWR meter. Well, now I do. And when I first got this meter, I checked my SWR and was very disappointed to see it was at 3.2 all of this time. A little over the danger limit. In the danger zone of signal reflection. So once I found that out, I tried doing some improvements on my antenna. Now, to find out, after I got this SWR power meter, when I did some tests, I found out that this coaxial weird cluster of adapters and this ribbon cable is not affecting the SWR at all. I do believe it is affecting power loss a lot, because I don't think I am. I do think that I am losing a lot of power through this cluster of adapters and all that, because I have checked on the power part of the SWR meter, and I seem to be getting a lot more power out when I connect it directly to this connector right here and have it through one solid 50 ohm line. So anyways, my SWR is now a 1.3 on the meter, and if we follow this cable up there, you may remember that there used to be a ground wire that went all the way down here and went all the way to the left, and that ground wire was very long, but it was grounded. That's what I thought was important. Well, after watching some videos and getting some help from some other YouTube users, I can't remember your usernames, but I will link you in the video. I figured out from one that my ground plane should be at least, considering that I'm using a copper, that it should be at least 108 inches, so I trimmed it down to roughly 108 inches and snipped it and kept snipping it till I could get my SWR to the best I could. Now, once it was snipped, I was hanging down still and just hanging into that bush. So what I did after then is I thought, well, my SWR is like a 2.0, pretty much on every channel, and I thought that was good. That was acceptable. I wasn't putting my radio in very much risk at all. But then I figured out, I looked back at this guy's video and saw that he had his ground plane wire at an angle, and as you can see, that wire is going down at an angle, and it is put on some, it's stretched a little bit, so it stays straight. It's tied with a ribbon to a little bush out there, and we'll be taking a trip outside to take a better look at the whole setup. Here we are outside, and there's my antenna. The antenna is the same. I'm very thrilled I did not have to cut any pieces of my antenna off. Now there's a difference now, as I said. The ground wire has been trimmed, and there's the rest of it just hanging out there. Didn't bother to move it. But as you can see, the ground wire is going down at an angle and is much shorter, only about 108 inches. And right here is where it is tied to a ribbon. Now, it's just a ribbon. It's very, I know it's a very crude way to tension this wire, but it was the only thing I had around, and it's going to be replaced by some sort of non-conductive string or rope or something, because this is very, very crude. It's simply just a ribbon, nothing, had nothing around. So I put it, and I tied it to this tree, this bush, whatever it is, and got that wonderful angle going and dropped my SWR considerably. And now I will head inside to show my SWR readings on the meter. So here we are back inside with the meter, and we're just gonna check the SWR on channel 1 first. So I'll just set it there and get in here to adjust the calibration all the way to set. Keep in mind it's pretty hard to do with the camera right there. Then switch to forward and watch the SWR drop down to 1.3 on channel 1. Now if we switch to channel 40 and do the same thing and bring the calibration level back down and check for channel 40. Put it right on set and switch it to forward. About a 1.4, 1.5 on channel 40. So it shows that either the antenna or the ground wire needs to be shortened, probably the antenna, because I've done everything I can with ground plane. Well, probably not everything I can, but done a lot with it. But I'm very happy with these readings, and I will probably not do anything else at this point. I never wanted to trim my antenna because I know it's irreversible. I'd never be able to add length to it again. So I'm going to keep the antenna where it is, keep it the same, and just go on from there. And thanks to the users that have helped me put this all together. I will have you listed in the description and possibly linked or annotated in the actual video. So thanks to everyone who has helped me with this. It's really nice to have brought everything together and have everything working so nicely like this.